Well, Happy New Year, everybody, and I am super pumped and excited. We are kicking off the year 2021 with our first Success Online installment, and it is my great pleasure. This wonderful lady that I'm going to be interviewing this morning is from Melbourne, and she's just become a diamond in New Skin. She's got a lot of energy. She's excited as well. That's one of her favourite words too. And welcome, Susan McDonald. How are you, Susan? Great to have you on the call today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to share and looking forward to how lucky am I to be the first person this year. Thank you.
I know. You're number one this year, number one off. So we are so grateful for your time. So look, let's kick off. You've got a really unique and great story to share. So can you tell everyone what you were doing before New Skin? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yes. So as Tracy said, I'm based in Melbourne. I've got a blended family. We've got 4 teenagers here. So it's a lot of fun, but it can be quite chaotic at times. So I feel really, really lucky because New Skin gives me the opportunity to work from home and to be flexible, to be here when the kids need me. My story, though, is that, it wasn't always like this. I think, my journey from, when I left school, went to uni, dropped out of uni because I wanted to earn some money. And my first full-time job was at a bank in the IT department. And I enjoyed the work, but oh my goodness, what I didn't like was having a boss. I didn't like the decisions that they made. I felt that they were really stupid decisions, but I had no say in it. I found it so incredibly frustrating. So I decided to start my own business. And I think I was always maybe destined to do that. So I started a computer training company. Funnily enough, I knew nothing about computers, but I could see there was a need for it. It grew quite quickly. It evolved into a recruitment company, and I loved it. I absolutely loved what I did because I love people. I love building relationships. I love connecting. So, of course, recruitment was the perfect industry for me to be working in. That business grew. It was quite big in the end. It grew. It was in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane, turning over $2 to $3 million per annum. And I built it to a point where, when I had the kids, I had great flexibility. So, I was able to be at home with them. I was able to, drop them off, go to play dates, all of that sort of stuff. So it was perfect. Had it for over 20 years. So what happened? Well, what happened to me was, sadly, I went through a marriage breakdown. And, I've got a big smile on my face now, but at the time it was awful, really, really, really upsetting and completely changed my life. And at that point, my husband was actually working in the business with me, and it just wasn't going to work. So in terms of ending the marriage, I also walked away from my business. That was really hard. I can't really even explain how difficult that was because it was pretty much all I had ever done, and I didn't know what I was going to do. Anyway, I was fortunate. I got a job, a contract role, managing an IT department, believe it or not. It was crazy. The hours were insane. But, I enjoyed that as well, but I wanted more flexibility. So I decided when the contract was over, I decided not to renew, but I was left without having an income and I needed to earn money. Obviously, 2 kids coming into their teenage years, but I had made a decision that I wanted to work for myself. And New Skin, well, it just fell into my lap. So one of my girlfriends had joined, and we had a coffee one day, just talked about all the other stuff that we normally talk about. And then right at the end of the coffee, I was just about to leave, and she very timidly and bravely, though, said to me, "I haven't told you about my new business." And I was like, "Oh, a new business, what are you doing? Because I'm interested in business." And she told me about New Skin. Now, I had never really had any interest in skincare before. I didn't really know what network marketing was, but I wanted flexibility and I needed to earn money. So I was the perfect prospect. The timing was right. I was open. I was interested. So I went over to her house, had a look, tried out the products, bought something called a business in a box, which is something amazing that I would recommend, used all the products, fell in love with them. And, I decided to get started, but I want to share with everyone that it wasn't easy. When I first started, I got so much judgment from my local community. So I live in a community where most people own their own business, or they're a doctor or a dentist or a lawyer or whatever. Um, and I was highly regarded for what I did for my traditional business, I guess. So when I went into network marketing, yeah, unbelievable. And it was really hard, but I had caught the vision. I could see where it could lead me. So I decided to stick at it, and I decided to surround myself with leaders in the business who were like-minded. And honestly, I can say that when things have been tough, because they have been, I've been able to push through because of that.
Susan, that's such a great story. I mean, there were a lot of skills that you had that were a natural flow over to New Skin. And I liked how you said that, it was hard when you first started. There were a lot of things to break through and a lot of things to learn. And you were obviously prepared to learn those as well. And that's why you're right here now as a diamond. Can you share with everyone, I mean, we've just got off the back of our kickoff, which had a theme of breakthrough, and you become a diamond. You've been through, some ups and downs in your business, which is absolutely normal. But it's those who break through it, tend to come out on top or learn from the past. Can you share, 2 or 3 things that led you to having those breakthroughs on your journey? What are some key milestones for you?
Thank you. Well, yeah, there've been quite a few, because when I came into this, I thought, I'll know what I'm doing. I've run a business before, but actually this is like no business that I've ever been a part of. And I did need to learn a lot of things. One of the things that I wasn't going to talk about, but it is a big thing, is learning humility. You can be good at a lot of things, but it doesn't mean that you know everything, and it doesn't mean that you should be afraid to ask questions and be really authentic and honest. So I think one of the key things for me in the past 12 months has been, I'm going to call it tough love. With the
Love
team.
it.
Tough love. Yeah. And I think that, I'm a really kind person, and that hasn't changed. But I have learned over the past year to just be really open, really authentic, really honest about what it takes to succeed in this business, and not telling people what they want to hear, but telling them what they need to hear based on what their goals are. Because it's not about me, right? It's about what they're trying to achieve. Some people want an extra $50 a week. Some people want an extra $5,000 a month. Some people want to make it right up the top. So based on, I ask questions, what is it that you want to get out of this? And then I'm really honest. This is what it's going to take. If that's what you want, this is what it's going to take. So that's probably one of the main ones. Just completely raw, real, honest, authentic, telling it how it is.
And Susan, do you think that has helped people get into action in your team? Like being real like that and saying, look, you do have to work for this business. It's all about the action.
100%.
Really? Yeah.
It is 100%. And I often say to people these days that, this is a 90-day business. The cycle of the business is 90 days. So what you do today, you will be either rewarded for or not rewarded for in 90 days' time. And it's consistent daily effort. You can't just go, I'm going to do, some work today, and then I'll do some work in a few days' time. It doesn't work like that. You have to show up for yourself. You have to show up for whatever the reason is that you're doing the business. So, yeah, I've seen a lot more action, which I guess leads me to another breakthrough, which is we created these things called focus groups within my team. And the idea came from someone in America, some other New Skin person, I can't remember who, but it's a brilliant idea. So we've got the wider team, of course, and we do regular training, which is awesome. But I think it's also really good to get people into small groups. So we have these small focus groups. We do half an hour a week with them, and we rotate the leadership of those. So it's everyone, brand affiliate onwards, everyone who wants to run with the business is a part of those groups. So we get together. We're like little families, we support each other, and we decide what we're going to do for the coming week. So we set goals together, we set action plans together, and then we use social media predominantly in my team. we create these chats, these team chats, and we go like, we might run a campaign, let's say on the body spa, and then every day we're in there going, okay, this is what we're doing today. Or it might be recruitment. You know, we're looking to grow the team and we all do it together. So we're all on the same page. We're all supporting each other, sharing ideas. And I tell you what, I think that has been absolutely key to the growth, not just for me, but for everyone in the team.
Wow. So that gets everyone focused. It gets everyone into action. And a big word that just sprung out at me when you talked about this was accountability. Did you find that really held everyone accountable? Like they had something to do and then they had a group to almost report to, like an energy, a positive group. Yeah. That was on their
100%.
side. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you've got like people in your world, in your normal world, who, you know, aren't supporting you or who are negative, this just brings you back to a place where you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people who are all driving towards the same goal. It just gives you that, I don't know, that confidence, that support, that validation for what you're doing. And then I've got one more breakthrough if we've got time.
Oh, absolutely. Far away. No, loving these, Susan. These are great.
I've always got lots to say, hey?
Woo, I love it.
Thank you. Okay, so the last one is to do with the ability to move on when things don't go your way. So this
interesting.
Right. So it's been a roller coaster, you know, a real roller coaster, highs, lows, all of the rest of it, everything in between. And what I guess an insight that I've had over the past year is that we all go through the same things, right? It's not easy for anyone, but some people get over things more quickly than others. Right. So, you know, I can talk to any leader in this business and I would bet my bottom dollar they've had exactly the same challenges that I've had. We all move on at different rates. And so I think just that ability to push forward and in your mind go, look, I'm doing this business. I'm in this for the long run. I'm going to get over this, you know, setback at some point. So I may as well get over it now to move forward more quickly. And so I found that, again, this is related to humility, is sharing those challenges that I've been through with the team has really made a difference because you're relatable. We're all the same.
Yeah. And sometimes you can see people, you know, they get recognized as a new diamond or a blue diamond, and people see like the glory, but they don't hear the whole story. Like you do hear that. But everyone does go through the same challenges. But it's those who really stay on that roller coaster. They don't get off for a little while and rest and, you know, have some berry floss. They stay on it. They stay on it for the long haul and keep chipping away at it bit by bit and learning as you go.
I think it's like that belief. So you have to believe in yourself, believe in the company, believe in the products, believe in the opportunity, and that will keep you going. 100%.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. They're really good points, and no wonder you're where you are right now. And look, quite frankly, this is just the beginning for you. I mean, this is part of your journey, right, at the moment. But I know another thing that you love, you know, I know that you do love our skincare and devices so much. And I know that you're a big fan of Boost as well. So, and your skin's looking great. You look very glowing, very radiant. You know, has that got anything to do with the fact that you've been using Boost as well? So how has Boost boosted your business? You know, what do you think of the product as well? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, to be honest, when it was first coming out, I was like, am I really going to use this? Because I'm actually a pretty low maintenance kind of a person when it comes to, when it comes to skincare. So before New Skin, I was like, I just used basically what I found at the supermarket because I tried all the high-end stuff. I could afford it, but didn't do anything. So I thought, well, that's a waste of money. I'll just get the stuff from the supermarket. New Skin was a revelation to me. I thought my skin was good before. And it was, you know, but oh my goodness, it's improved so much. Anyway, with the Boost, I was like, am I really going to use it? But I was committed to, because I'm building this business, right? I was committed to doing it. And so I added it in every day. And from the first use, I fell in love with it because it just gives this massive boost of hydration, right? And I didn't know I needed it, but wow, it felt good. And so because it felt good and I was committed, I just kept on using it. The changes that I've noticed in my skin. Okay. I've noticed my pores. I don't even know if it's meant to do that, but my pores are even smaller than they were before. My skin's firmer, it's bouncier, and I've got a much more even skin tone, which I didn't realize I didn't have before. It just feels good. And so if I don't use it, I'm like, oh, I better go do my boost. Plus, I'm a bit of a skincare geek these days, so I'm in love with the technology. The technology,
Yeah.
no one else in the world has this.
No.
And business-wise, in terms of how's it boosted my business, look, it's the perfect companion to the Lumi Spa. So it's been really easy because it's come off the back of the Lumi Spa. So every single person that I've ever spoken to about the Lumi Spa, I'm talking to about the boost and explaining the benefits. And I know the benefits because I use it. Everyone in the team wants fun. We're passionate about it. It's easy to share. And I think in terms of new people coming on board, having new people in your team, it's amazing because you can show them the history of our innovation and that we keep on. There's always something new to talk to people about. And Boost is unique. Like there's nothing else like it. And I also think it's opened up a whole new market. The people who perhaps weren't ready to invest in a facial spa, the galvanic facial spa, are very open, very, very open to the boost. So yes, definitely had an impact on my business. And I'm excited about it. I'm telling everybody.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It certainly is a great tool for the business, and it is one of a kind. It is one of a kind. New Skin come out with a lot of firsts. I haven't been with a company where I've been part of a company where we've come out with first. So it is super exciting times ahead. And Susan, thank you so much for your time. I mean, I can see why you've been successful. We can see why over the last 12 months, just you being so giving and sharing your story, that you've had these breakthroughs. What's next for you, by the way? What's next for you and your team?
Well,
what's your focus right now?
Well, the next step for me personally is Blue Diamond, and that's my goal. That's my goal for this year, and then beyond that, Team Elite. But in order to do that, it's about helping other people and about genuinely wanting to help them, not just doing it for yourself, not doing it for your own benefit. So for me, that's about creating leadership within the team, and mentoring and coaching them, but also being open to receiving, again, humility, receiving mentoring and coaching myself, being open to feedback. I'm excited. I have the best team. I love them. They're amazing. They're doing great things, and I can see amazing growth with all of them. So it's going to be a fantastic 2021, not just for me, but for everyone across New Skin. Look at the growth. Incredible.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have had amazing growth, and it's because of all of you. It's because of you guys and your passion and wanting to help others. That's why we're all here. So, look, thank you so much for your time, Susan. Really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.